So, we are again going to lose. This time we're going to play on the 4/4 stones rather than the 3/4. Let's see, this, we'll play low. We're going to play low for that. We'll let them build. Even though that's interesting. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Simple, let's see. We'll approach. We'll approach. Nothing too fancy, nothing too bad. I mean, this is a normal move thing too. Just don't kick. Don't kick. Yeah, that was the first one. Here, I typically will play low, but that's because this one is high, and the stones work. If I play high, it's bad. And I'm going to show why, unless they fix it right away. I will kick, though, because it's going in that direction. Okay. They're kind of bringing it out. Okay. I'm trying not to go in a rage. Because as a Dawn player, I'm like, this is so bad for shape. But we'll just go ahead and extend. Okay. So I so just want to play this. But you can see that my group is over concentrated now. But okay. Think Kyute. Think Kyute. We'll extend. It's a lot harder to think Kyute and try to purposefully lose than I thought it would. Okay. I can kind of appreciate this move, but black does have a weak group. My instinct now, like, normally I would just straight up, okay, no, you have a bad group. So, F5, the most basic punish to not responding to the kick. F4, yes, F4, yeah. F4 is the easiest way to punish. It doesn't capture anything, but it removes black's shape, and you now have a tiger's mouth. And the corner weakness is not as effective. So yes, F4 would be the strong response to that. Or underneath, either way. So here, I typically would play this knight's move to protect the corner. But I'm going to show when you go the other way. So what's going to happen, or should happen, is my corner gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And all of a sudden, the potential for points is just that much smaller. Yeah, see, now they come back to that. And now it's just getting smaller and smaller. They surround while getting their shape decent again. Which, me, as I want to lose, is what I want. I'm just going to kind of get a little bit of shape back in the corner. And then I'll, let's see, think Kyute. Think Kyute. I'll play an extra move in there. So black has this and this. I've got this, and I've got this a little bit. So far, we're losing, which is great, because we're just going to show I gained 4 points, and I have a solid corner that can't die. But black is kind of the same way, where they have, I mean, this is probably equal to this. This is equal to what I gained. So it technically is equal, but it could have been in my favor if I had extended to C7 instead. So here, black is saying, oh, this is okay. As a Kyute, I'll think, oh, okay, you're fine. you're fine. So I'll let that left side be. But in reality, it's actually really, really, really bad. There's so many things I can do to it. So many evil things that I can do to it. There's so many cutting points. There's so many poking points that I can do to it. There's so many things that I can just really, really do to it. So we'll just go ahead and go with we'll go with an approach. Just something really simple. And I would probably approach on the other side because then I could bring out Q11. Because Q11 is pretty strong to keep this down. I also have F7. Indeed. And yeah, I love this microphone so much, this new one. We'll play Joseki variation, like I should. And we'll play this way, because this result is bad. This result is legitimately pretty bad for me, because I'm very constricted. I solidified Black's corner, and I solidified this area. I'm going to make another bad move and play down. They'll probably respond to that, though, because they're Q players. Normally, I would play up, though, because that tiger's mouth is pretty big. Or ignore. Yeah, that's a pretty decent move. Yeah. And not the best of moves, but I'll let it pass. So Black has this territory, and this. I've got itty bitty, and okay-ish. So how can we make Black stronger by thinking Kyute? If I were a Kyute, what would I do? I want to think, oh, let's invade. But I want to avoid that. Let's say I want to build. So Black could fix their shape. Okay, going against a weak group. That's a plus. I'll give them a plus for that. I just took because I mean that's a good thing to do. Attack the weak groups. Okay. Think Kyute. Jump. Try to keep me separated because they really, really want to kill me. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and just do a few moves here and there. Solidify the weaknesses that they had, you know, good old Aji Keshi. And then I'll just be on my merry way. I'll jump here because I want, as a Kyute, I want to build this up. Now, Black is doing an okay job in the aspect of attacking or pushing at where I'm weakest. And I'm just going along with whatever Black is doing. I'm doing puppy go. Don't do puppy go ever in your games, because it just lets your opponent get all this thickness, all these walls. I mean, if Black just jumps here, I mean, that would equal this, if not maybe even more. I'll do even more Aji Keshi for them and just secure their corner for them. I'm just trying to think Kyute, which is bad. Normally, I'd just go ahead and just take the corner. Good. Okay. I kind of like this player. They're actually doing pretty decently with my quotation fingers, with my game, with how I play, because, well, with my good moves, Kyute moves, my English. So they're doing pretty well with catching where to play. And I'm kind of nudging them to do that, but nonetheless, they're doing it. And that's what I want. I'll fix my shape here, though. So Black is just building and building. So we're highly likely to lose this game. And they protected their interesting shape there that I was so there's just so many things that I really wanted to go against. Their shape was just terrible. They had so many knights, large knights, 2 space extensions. It was just everywhere. It was pathetic to look at. I just wanted to throw up. Just ew. But so yeah. Yeah. We'll extend here and let them build this up and let them win. They could just ignore this too if they just build this up. But what as white, I definitely needed to go for the invasions rather than fixing their shape problems, which is Aji Keshi. Aji Keshi is when you or your opponent removes the other's potential to invade, reduce, or capture. And that's exactly what I did. I fixed black's shapes, and now they're nice and strong. There's nothing I can do. And now I'm just continuing to make smaller moves. Usually I would just straight up connect. Oh, we'll play this one on. So that's something to gain from this for Kyute players. Think about Aji Keshi. I mean, you don't have to necessarily worry too much about it. It's usually when you get to the higher single digit Kyute where it really starts to influence what happens. Oh, we'll play this. But this is good. This is good. I'll go ahead and just play this as well. By playing Aji Keshi, you will definitely go up. I mean, if you prevent yourself from fixing your opponent's weaknesses, or if you don't let them build up, that's good. I mean, that's a plus. You'll definitely go up in rank. But Aji Keshi doesn't have to be the main focus you worry about. But for now, I mean, still the aspect of don't build your opponent is taking effect. Don't just give your opponent free moves to build just because you think it's good. What you want to do is build yourself, expand yourself, and don't get surrounded. For those Kyute players out there, I mean, on YouTube, there's not going to really be any way of responding except in the comments, but for you Kyutes so far, do you have any questions, any thoughts that you've come across while watching all of these different games? What are you thinking right now? Wow, my voice is getting really raspy. I have water. I've been drinking water. Maybe it's my marshmallows. I need my marshmallows. I mean, they're like 5 feet away from me. I'm too lazy to go grab them. But yeah, I'm kind of staying strong, staying stronger in the end game. I mean, they're doing pretty good with the end game as well. Just to kind of show, I mean, I can do stuff as well. I know how to play end game. And here you can play something like A7 or A8 instead. But at this point, it's just endgame. Just going along the lines, just gaining what points you can, reducing what you can. If they try something here, that's not going to work. I won't allow it to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this. I want to make sure my stones are all connected. And if you're not sure why someone makes a move, and you're kind of concerned about what might happen, then just play solidly. Like, just assume what your opponent wants and do something. Like, if you think they're trying to cut you off, then connect your stones. If you think they're trying to cut through you, then block it. Prevent it from happening. If they're trying to capture something, prevent it from happening. If you're worried about something, it's okay to back off. It's better to be safe than to lose an entire big group. Gained an extra point there. Well, 2 points, because now that's a point. But black should win this game, I think. Because I'm not counting. I'm being a Kyute. I don't count. Even though I normally would count. Because I'm a Dawn player. Dawn players count, except for Josh. Well, I don't think Cats Play Go count either. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I'll play. I mean, I could continue for quite some time. I work at 2:30. I leave, so I've got. I mean, I have work at 2:30, and I need to leave around 2, or stop for sure by 2. So I've got 3.5 hours. So I technically could continue on throughout that entire time. Why not? It's good practice, and I need to play more games, even if it's against Kyute players. Because I'm here to help. There is a weakness there. So, that's that game. Let's see. If I were to do a quick count, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 36, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 60, 60. I have about 72. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 28, 30, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46.
Yoyomi now starts.
Okay, yeah, black definitely has more, so that's good. Mission accomplished. They won. But hopefully, for you guys who are watching, can see, yeah, they win by 14. Wow, they win by 14.5 points, just like the last game. Just like the last game. That was totally intentional, everybody. Totally intentional to have lost by 14.5 points again. So, again, the main points with this one was, first off, this the difference between high and low here. If I had played low and they played this way, they can't do that anymore. Because if they do, like if they try to attach, I can go up. I can protect that shape. If they extend, we can just finish off the Joseki like usual. Now, look at the difference between this and what happened in the game mix-up. I'm not going to pull it up, otherwise I'm going to lose this. Black had a wall here, and my group was also concentrated just like black's group. But now, just by looking at this, white's shape is much more comfortable, and black has potential for one eye and needs to continue playing to make sure they have that second eye. So it was harder for black because of that low stone. High stone and a low stone. Meanwhile, with 2 high stones, there's room underneath. This is saying I want influence. And it's really hard to fight when you're going for influence as well. So because they went low, they were able to go underneath. To try threatening to go underneath And now they have a pretty decent base, although they should continue with this, in my opinion. But what they did was still technically okay. Because, I mean, as a Dawn, technically it is okay. Anyway, but white could be playing this because it expands the corner and it pushes black to where white already has stones that are in a strong position. And you can then play d18 to then also keep that corner. And now this also has more weaknesses, because if white gets another move in here, all of a sudden, I mean, there's a weak point here, black needs to play in there. It's just over concentrated now. So that's why this would be this would be a really good position for white. Black could just extend out totally fine, or even enclose the corner. This would be still pretty good for black, and it would still, I would say it's about an even game, because there's still possibilities for white to reduce and keep black down, and potentially to even expand. So it's still possible for this variation. But by going this way, by pushing an already solid group to where you are weak, it really sucks. And if they played this way too, this would be a much stronger position and much more comfortable for black. And I would probably, as a Kyute, play something like that, and then black could play elsewhere to build up. Actually, this might be even stronger. Or this way, actually, maybe. Yeah. So this would be ideal as well. So black continued to build because I just kept on playing slow moves. And trying to invade. Here, I myself would probably go about this way, because this is so weak. Like, if they back off and try to build this, I mean, I've still got attachments that I can kind of exploit and try fighting out. Whether it works or not, who knows right now. It may not. It might. Probably not, though. But it's something that could be potential to try. Let's see if we go back to what happened. Something like this, and they play that. You can do crosscut. Take the influence for yourself. Although black does need more moves over here. So then it would just be Mei then. It would be between going against these three stones in the corner to reduce their potential, or to do likewise, except to, well, you can actually, you could potentially just poke here and there first, and then kick this and get rid of its base. And now that looks all unhappy. That's kept down, and you can potentially build up a little bit on the top as well, and maybe something in the middle. And I would say that this is still a potential game for white, even though, yes, it's still hard, because of all the previous points that was mentioned. But overall, that's pretty much what I have to note for this specifically. Oh, and here, yeah, obviously just doing puppy go with just following the opponent like that. Not all that happy, just pushing through the potential that black is trying to build. That's all you have to do. No need to do puppy go.